Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. On 5/20 of 2002.
All right, well, following that immaculate pay-per-view. Oh, that's crazy.
I mean,
I would have loved to see that.
You're gonna love any pay-per-view where Hulk Hogan's shoulders are pinned to the mat.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Doesn't take much to please me. I'm a simple man.
You know what you like.
Yeah, I know what I like, David. So we start the show off with Chris Jericho versus Scotty 2 Hotty, who obviously comes out with Big Quiche.
Cool.
Jericho wins.
Yeah, makes sense.
But he doesn't win the way you think he does. You see, during the match, there's some back and forth. The crowd's getting excited. Scotty hits the Bulldog. Everyone knows what's coming next. W-O-R-M. And then there's fire that shoots up from the ring post.
Oh, crap.
Which scares Scotty half to death.
No kidding.
And behind Big Quiche is Kane.
Okay.
Kane, let's be honest, y'all know the gimmick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Snatches Quiche by the neck, gets that big body up for a choke slam, slams him down.
We're on the outside, right?
Yep, on the outside.
Wow.
On the hard, unforgiving mats. Scotty, of course, concerned for his friend. Really concerned. And Chris Jericho sneaks up from behind. I don't know if you remember Jericho's old finisher with the full Nelson, like,
yeah,
the Skull Crushing
finale. Yeah.
I was trying to think of who does it now.
Yep,
The Miz.
Yeah.
But yeah, hits the Skull Crushing finale, puts Scotty in the walls of Jericho. Scotty taps out. But, so after the match, Jericho says, I haven't been having the best of luck lately. That's okay, because the one thing everyone knows about Chris Jericho is I always evolve. And my next evolution involves big man right here.
Oh, wow. So we're doing basically Jericho, but early and with Kane. That's smart.
Yeah, I figured it'd be best because I can't have Jericho win the U.S. title right now. And I already know who I want to take the U.S. title from Rob, so...
Well, and here's the other thing. You just lost the outsider, so you need somebody to rely on.
Yep, I need a fresh tag team that can do some damage, and Kane can do damage, if nothing else. And Jericho, he has the star power. Kane doesn't even have to talk.
Yes.
So, I figured it made sense.
Again, that's why it feels like Jericho.
Exactly.
Man, do you have a name for him? Because I'm going over it in my head.
I was about to say, you got a good name.
I don't yet, but I'm going over it in my head. So the Ayatollah of rock and roller, right?
Right.
And the devil's favorite demon.
Yep.
So I was going over these. I mean, they got tons of nicknames, but Big Red Machine.
Thousands.
Yeah. Oh my. So yeah, I think that it can be done, and I like the idea. So I'm a big fan of this.
I was about to say, it's good stuff. I've been having Kane pretty much all over. Like, he's been winning aside from his one match with Goldust. And so...
Because you gotta have that champion strong so that when he loses it matters.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the opening of the show. Next segment, we have my man, Hurricane Shane Helms, Ace Reporter.
Exactly.
Interviewing the brand new hardcore champion. Kurt Angle comes out and...
Dude, I gotta design a new title for this.
Yeah.
Because the old one, the Dustin, was Texas.
Yeah, very Texas.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna definitely work on something.
Well, you got time.
Yeah.
Before
this goes out.
Before it goes live. But so Kurt comes out with Stacy, and Stacy introduces him as the hardcore hero, Kurt Angle. And Kurt, obviously, it's Kurt. So you already know what's about to happen. He's talking all kinds of trash, talking down to Dustin, who is currently injured with an ankle injury.
Yeah.
Talking about how he had a nice little cute reign with the hardcore title, but now it's his time, and he's gonna make this championship the premier championship of Monday Night Raw, and it's gonna start next week because Kurt Angle will only be accepting premier challengers, and no, it's not Tony Nese.
Okay.
I realize I keep saying premier.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, he's what, probably 5 at this point. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably actually right where he was. But yes, so he'll be having Premier Challenger starting next week. So his first challenger for the hardcore title in his vision will be next week.
Okay, okay.
So
So he doesn't announce who it is?
no,
Okay. But is he handpicking or?
guard his hand.
Okay, good, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, don't worry, it'll be funny when it happens.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's see. Next up, we get a after Helms sees off. Gart says, "Bye, buddy." He sends it over.
Hope you find your dad.
Yeah, pretty much. That's great. He he sends it over to Mick Foley for a little bit more of a serious moment, talking about the Christian medical update and his condition. So as of right now,
I think that's a perfect position for Mick because everybody knows he is familiar with medical professionals.
yeah, big time. He's probably more well versed in it than most people should ever be in their lives.
You ever read his book? He's got a big long list of reasons that he's gone to see them.
Exactly. And Mick's just in like the backstage interview area, just to give you context of where he's at. And he's just saying Christian's hurt. We don't know how bad it is right now, but they're saying it might be a month, it might be longer. It really just depends on how his recovery goes. The knee isn't torn as of yet, but it's really close. So
Well, and we know that, especially with Cody Rhodes as an example, athletes can exacerbate injuries that they received in ring
Exactly.
by working out.
Exactly.
Because they just can't stop themselves.
yeah, it's because it's muscle memory. Like
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it takes 21 days to make a habit, and then once you have that habit, it sticks with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those situations, so that's how that occurs. But so Mick gives that quick medical update, and that's when Paul comes in, kind of sneering and jarring and telling Mick, all right, you had your moment in the sun, get out of here so I can talk about my guy, the most dangerous man, the next big thing, and a future king of the ring.
Oh.
That's right.
Declaring it.
So I didn't even talk to Mick Foley. I went straight to the top. I talked to the press. I talked to the Nature Boy. I talked to Ric Flair. And it is guaranteed, due to his dominance and unwavering success, Brock Lesnar is the first man in the King of the Ring tournament. You're welcome. And Paul hands the mic to Brock, and Brock, before he can even speak, is attacked by Austin.
Oh, nice.
And Austin is whooping him, and in the immortal words of JR, beating him like a scalded dog. There's a fight back and forth, and it's a classic pull-apart brawl situation.
Right.
So they got the goobers, they got security, they got refs, just trying to keep these men apart and, cut the commercial. Classics.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And so that was a little heavy stuff. So of course we're going to go back to a goofy segment. So we have the Guru, DDP. My man. Talking to Billy, talking to Stasiak, saying you guys are doing much better. So they progressed. So last week we did your gimmick where they're helping each other.
Yep.
Now they're able to kind of do it on their own. So
Oh, my goodness. Let's just, if you're okay with it,
what?
he literally has t-shirts for his DDP yoga that say positively unstoppable.
Oh, that's great.
So why not just use his actual gimmick, and I will pop that up.
Yeah.
That's the gimmick that says positively
That is
unstoppable.
great because
That's a great tag team name right there.
That's phenomenal.
That's a great tag team name right there.
My man.
Thank you.
That's why you're the man. Because literally, I was gonna mull this over for a month before I could figure something out. So positively unstoppable. And you know what? That's what he says. That's the line. Like, by the time I'm done with you, you'll be positively unstoppable.
Love it.
And then he does the leg thing, and Billy and Stasiak do the leg thing behind him. And we're moving. We're moving now. And then last but not least, my main event of the evening. Lita versus Ivory.
Woo!
And this is a nice little back and forth match. They competitive little action. It ends with Lita hitting the moonsault and getting the win on Ivory is basically what you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
So after the match is over, Lita attacks Ivory. She's stomping around, she's beating her down, and then she gets a chair. And she puts Ivory's arm into the chair and Pillmanizes it.
Okay, yeah.
And Ivory, of course, writhing in pain, screaming on top of her lungs. She's hurt. It's bad. It's bad. And we cut backstage, and we see that Jazz is trapped in her locker room. The locker room's been barricaded, and she can't get out.
You know what I love?
What?
I was envisioning this even before you said it. I was like, so as soon as you said the chair thing, I was like, something's preventing Jess from getting to the ringside.
Yeah. So she's absolutely trapped. She can't get out. She's trying to kick the door. And Lita, of course, sees us on the Big Tron and she laughs because she knows why it happened.
Yes.
But we'll learn more about that next week.
Yes, I love it.